of the Apes is a 1968 film. It was directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. Now, Planet of the Apes, I've been wanting to review and rewatch the original Planet of the Apes for quite some time now because it's a classic. I mean, how many people can you say have never heard of Planet of the Apes, who don't know what it's about, who don't know the idea behind this film? Even if they haven't sat down and watched this movie themselves, this movie is pretty embedded into pop culture, society, and it's rare for a film this old to still have that type of impact. Now the plot is we meet Charlton Heston, who he's an explorer with a bunch of other scientists, and they're in space. And he's deduced that they've been in space for a little over a year, but somehow it's affected the planet's time where it's not the same as the time they've been living. So now on Earth, or whatever planet that they land on, it's been some 2,000 years or so. When they crash land on this planet, they see that this planet is being overtaken by human-like gorillas. I mean, they're the size of humans, they talk like humans, they have human-like intelligence, and they're the dominant species over man. They've taken human prisoners, they have them in cages, they treat them like they're animals, and the society is completely flipped upside down, and these characters pretty much fight for their survival. What I thought of Planet of the Apes, the original, was, wow, this movie is so crazy. Even for 1968, the fact that they made a movie like this with this premise, it's so original, it's so out there, that you have to give it props just for taking on a story like this. Because sure, you could watch it so many years later now and see the people wearing the monkey mask, and you could tell it's suits and stuff, and even when they're talking the mouth is just going like this, and it's a little cheesy at times, but still, think for the time that this came out in, how innovative it was, how different it was, how people that went to see movies probably never saw anything like this. And just the premise of the film, like when Charlton Heston figures out by the end of the movie that this is Earth, and there must have been some war because he sees the Statue of Liberty blown up on the beach, and the gorillas have taken over. This is their world now. Of course, not every single ape is evil. We meet these two characters, Zira and Cornelius. They're two doctors who sort of just do tests and experiments on these humans to try to figure out why are they mute, why are they the way that they are. And when they meet Charlton Heston and he's able to talk, they can't believe it. They're blown away. They can't figure out how this is possible. And of course you have the leaders of these apes who they really know what's going on. They know the history. They know what's going on, but they've kept it away from the ape society. And just seeing the politics behind this whole thing, like the scene where they have the trial, and it's, I don't know what it was. It's just fascinating to see these apes talking and commiserating like they're people. It's even more messed up for Charlton Heston's character when he's trying to prove that he's not some weird mutant that's come out of here, that he has people that's come with him. He is from this other planet, and when he finds one of his colleagues, he sees that the apes have taken a part of his brain out and cut him open. Wow. It's almost like, how is he going to survive this? Just him running around trying to get away from everything. It's like that's exactly how I would react. Even in the midst of all this though, he still finds the time and the need to hook up with some pretty hot chick. Sure, she can't talk. She's mute, so she's dumb. But still, she was good looking enough for Charlton Heston to come in and say, hey, what's going on? And also, I was surprised by how fast-paced this movie was, how quick it went by. Sure, it's 2 hours, but it moved at a good pace. There was a lot of action stuff, especially the first scene when Charlton Heston and his colleagues go, they're on this planet and they're looking around, and then that's when the apes first show up and they're just rounding up all the people. It's just so weird to see that. So obviously it's the original Planet of the Apes. Of course it's the classic. Of course it's a good movie. If you haven't seen this film, then definitely check it out. Just for being able to see what they were able to accomplish in '68, just the effects and the storytelling, the imagination, the originality that came from the '60s is pretty impressive. For that alone, I would say check this movie out. But if you have seen the original Planet of the Apes movie, let me know in the comments below what do you think of it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!